Greetings, petrolheads. Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. I can finally say it properly. Today we got the Delray Imperator here again. I had another unrestored one in my garage, so figured why not do that today. Oh, did I actually buy the? Yeah, I ended up buying the exact same rings that it already had. Accidentally. This is the word I was looking for. But that is totally fine. I still wish for kind of, custom exhaust tips and shit like that. So we're just gonna put all the body panels back on, also the headlights and everything, and then we're gonna just buy the parts required for this car, which is, hold on, it's, I think McPherson's up front, and we got multi-link rear. It is indeed McPherson struts up front, multi-link on the rear, and we got a V8 engine, direct injection, so we're just gonna start. Like, this car does have ABS, doesn't it? Yeah, unlike the Royale GTR, which doesn't, for whatever reason. So it's gonna be an alternator, a battery tensioner, and we got 4 cam gears and 4 camshafts. Then 2 cats for these clips, 2 covers, and wait, what do we have? This one. That is the one I was looking for. No front drive axle, obviously, because this is a rear drive. Yeah, these ones. Then 2 of those. The cross member is just a regular one, isn't it? Yep. And front sway bar, 2 of those. Direct injection. And 2 idler roller A and 5B. Two inner tie rods. 1 of those. No leaf springs. That should be 8. And we got 2 of these. Rear drive axle. And 2 of these. 2 of those. This way bar B. Both serpentine belts. Neither of these 2 things. Two timing belts. Then we got the cover. No push rods this time. And there we go. This should be it. I'm gonna lift it up. I prepared the oil drain here. Like it did not spawn here when I got back into the game. That's a lot of oil. So we're gonna put it here and start working on the bottom of this car. So I don't really have that much to talk about today, other than the fact that there's been a lot of discussion going on about, you know, discussions that I've brought up about my channel. One user in particular was saying I should kind of try and do what other big YouTubers do as well, like play big games, play stuff like basically play mainstream games. At the same time, like, I've tried that for one, and two, like, if there's a big YouTuber playing a big game, like, that's guaranteed to get them like thousands if not millions of views depending on the channel size. And while people are more likely to watch the bigger YouTuber than they are to watch somebody they don't know who's got not even 1,000 subscribers. So that's the two problems I have with that. I just like playing games that I love playing, regardless of whether it's a mainstream game or not. Just stuff like this, a car mechanic simulator that is also a little bit educational, also like automation. Games where you can learn something that interests you. In this case, cars. But of course, also I really truly enjoy indie games, and I'm very excited for the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, which is going to be coming in 2 days from now. Yeah, 2 days from now, and I might actually be streaming that game on its release day. Maybe that'll attract a couple of viewers. People being like, hey, there's somebody streaming this new game on its release date, and it's someone new. Maybe that's something that might interest people. I'm not sure though. I'll try though, and we'll find out. Cause I appreciate all of you guys supporting me, all of you guys watching my videos and everything, leaving comments and feedback. But it's mostly only about the car-related games, which is still, again, I appreciate a lot, but I've mentioned this about 100 times by now, but I'd also like to achieve like the same level of appreciation for my indie game let's plays, I should say, and that needs sort of a Kickstarter. It needs some kind of ignition spark, or whatever you want to call it. It needs to start rolling, you know. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make that happen though. Maybe by doing the Binding of Isaac Rebirth daily runs regularly. Maybe on video, maybe just not on video. Or I should say partly on video, partly not on video. Because you can't do every single daily on video. That's just, no matter what game you're playing, it's just a little bit over the top. Good. Removed all of that, and I can now go to the gearbox. But really, I don't have that much to talk about today. No, not very much rambling like you normally get in these episodes. Oh yeah, automation, like the devs are currently working on reworking all the engine calculations. They're working on an entirely new, how do I say this, an entirely new calculation system for the engine designer, which should give like basically almost 100% accurate values to what the engines would put out in real life. And that is exciting. Like, there is a video that is literally almost an hour long on the automation game channel about what they're working on, what's about to change and how it works. You can go watch that. It's been uploaded like a couple of days ago or a week ago at most, and it's 57 minutes and a little bit long, so you can just go and check that out. I've only partly watched it, I have to admit, because those graphs look kind of complicated, and I did not take my time to just sit down and watch the entire video and listen to everything. But it's basically it looks a lot more in depth. It looks a lot more detailed than I imagine the current calculations are, even though those are probably also quite complex. Still, this new system, I mean, I'm gonna go and watch it at some point because Kuro explains everything. But I'm excited for the new calculations. Maybe it's gonna also affect the fuel consumption of the resulting car, maybe making the fuel economy finally a little bit more realistic, because I think currently cars generally are using too much fuel in automation, especially with like more capacity. For example, like if you build, or take the real life BMW M5 as an example. It's a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 with 560 horsepower, and the car weighs almost 2 tons. If you were to build a car like that in automation, and with, you know, similar weight, similar power, same capacity, and it would probably use about 16-17 liters per 100 kilometers, whereas the real M5 driven casually uses about 12 to 13. So, you know, I think currently the calculations, they were a little bit too harsh on, you know, making cars less economical. On the smaller displacement engines, I think it's kind of fine, even though also a little bit too much. I'd have to go back and check it out. Like, I can't remember exactly how much fuel my quote-unquote city car uses. My 2015 city hatchback. Can't remember how much that uses, but I think also a little bit more than you would expect from, you know, a 1.4 liter turbocharged 90 horsepower engine in 2015. So generally the fuel economy calculations seem to be a little bit too unreal, just a little bit. Yeah, as I said, the cars are using a little bit too much fuel. They're being a little bit too strict with us. obviously, like we've had game builds in which you would be able to build like a 1.6 liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine with 130 horsepower, and then the car would use I don't know 2.8 liters per 100 kilometers. That's a little bit like that's not really realistic. I will admit that. Please let me buy an oil filter now. This one. Oh, I think I bought the wrong ones. I think I bought the OHV ones. That is okay. We'll just put this in as is necessary. We're gonna sell the other one later anyway. Like, that's just not a big deal. Not a big problem. And yeah, I'm also just really excited that they, I think one day before that long video came out, they made a video saying that V12s are almost done, which gets me super excited, because you know V12s are kind of, they're currently dying out in real life, and they're still the most prestigious engines, other than, you know, V16s, which don't really exist in cars. But V12s are kind of like, if you want to make a great supercar or a hypercar in automation, then that also requires a lot of prestige. And you know, V12s having the most amount of cylinders will give you more prestige. On top of being smoother than V8, well, a lot smoother, and just the noise they make and everything, and it's just V12s are great engines. That's why I'm happy to finally be able to use them. Not finally be able, but to soon be able to use them. I also uploaded a quick tutorial on how to install mods in automation today. It's like 2 minutes long. It's really simple to do it, but people asked for it, so I did it. And you know, not like it was a lot of effort for me to do, really, but you know, you get what you ask for, and hope you enjoy. So we are almost done with this side of the suspension already. Well, with the entire front suspension, I should say. And now we're gonna put in the exhaust parts. Right. Get that in, put the drive shaft in. And yeah, also one more thing that I'm obviously really excited about is the fact that the new Need for Speed was going to be coming in a week or so, 5th of November. So that is going to be like, I think I've talked a lot about it recently anyway, but it's going to be, I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm gonna be streaming it, and then kind of dividing the stream into separate videos and uploading those. Unless, you know, my real world job is deciding to come back and I have to work a lot, in which case I would not be streaming probably, and I would instead just make regular videos of it. But maybe, just maybe, I don't have to work on the 5th of November and I can actually stream it. That would be great. I think it's a first day, isn't it? It should be a first day. And yeah, if I don't have to work, well, next Thursday, then I'm gonna be streaming Need for Speed, and hopefully that'll also attract some new viewers to my channel, be it Twitch or YouTube. I mean, recently I may sound like I'm trying to, you know, only talk about money, talk about profit on YouTube and Twitch and whatnot. It may appear that way, but like, I'm still mostly doing this because I enjoy it. But it's getting to a point where, like, I've been doing this for over a year, and of course, like, it didn't just pass me by what kind of views, what amount of subscribers I get or whatnot. Of course, I noticed that one month was better than the other, that, you know, one time there was an upward trend, then there was a downward trend and whatnot. Of course I noticed those things. How can I not? It's my own channel. But yeah, recently I mean, in the past few days or maybe a week or so, it's been going upwards again, so I'm happy about that. And I hope that trend continues. And maybe we can push it a little bit with the new Need for Speed. That is what I'm getting at. Because the new Need for Speed, like, I'm sure there's gonna be lots of big YouTubers that, like, fail races or other big racing game YouTubers, car YouTubers are gonna play it. I am expecting that, and therefore I am not expecting to get, you know, thousands and thousands of views on my videos myself. That being said, you never know what's gonna happen. Hope for the best, expect the worst. That's kind of a reasonable mindset to have in this situation, because expect the average would be probably better. By the average, I mean the average success of a new video series that I make, and that is like 50 to 100 views in the first episode, and then like gradually a little bit less over time, and then as my channel grows a little bit more again. That's kind of how it goes for most of my series. Project Chaos was also not, you know, or is also not was also not. It is also not kind of. It is also not what. It is not delivering the success that I would have hoped for, but didn't realistically expect, and that is totally fine, because, you know, I still enjoy playing that playing that game, I should say. And hopefully, if I enjoy playing it, hopefully you enjoy watching it. That's just There's a new episode of that coming out tomorrow, so that's if you're interested in that. So we are done with this Delray Imperator. Basically, all we have to do now is refill it with oil and repaint it. And we can sell it. So what color do we want? Do we go for like a Challenger like green? Something like this? Sure, why not? Looks good. So now we're gonna sell our inventory. But do we have anything missing? Did we put the fuel tank back in? Oh yeah, but not the fuel pump. I'm an idiot. So let's quickly... Can we do it from here? No. So let's quickly do that. I kind of don't like these taillights though. I mean, it's fine, we're gonna sell it anyway. It's not gonna stay in my garage. There we go. This is the car that we just built. And we can sell that for $78,697. Is there anything missing? Yeah, a radiator fan and radiator. I should have noticed that. So now we can sell it for $95,901. That's a lot. It's bringing me up to over $600,000 of total cash. And we're gonna sell our inventory as well, bringing me up to $622,000. Man, I'd like to make that much money on cars in real life. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like or a comment if you did. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.